And we're live. Hello, viewers and listeners of The Story Told. I'm your host, Logan, and we have Lex with us finally, who will introduce themselves in just a moment. Before we go on, we are proud members of the D20 Radio Network, as well as being partnered with Fool's Moon Entertainment. You find information about both of those on our socials. Additionally, we are affiliated with Fanroll Dice by Metallic Dice Games. Enter the code StoryTold10 to receive 10% off your order. And with that, we are going to transition over to our legendary, epically awesome Atlas, Jarn.
Where's this person at? I don't see them.
You,
No
John.
false modesty today, Jarn. No false
come on,
modesty.
John. Come on.
Hi, everybody. I am just Jarn for short. I am going to be the Atlas, helping actually tell this story. But this story really isn't about what I can put in or what I can say. It's about the players. And so actually right now, you know what? We're going to do something crazy. Let's go ahead and introduce Lex. Lex, you're being put on the spot.
Fantastic.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, Lex.
Yeah. River Ventures is been in better situations. She is kind of just average looking person. She still is wearing her camp shirt from somewhere.
Camp Onawana.
Yes.
Crystal Lake.
It's there. It's somewhere. I wrote it.
Help myself.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well-
And she battered and bruised, but weirdly has a kind of optimistic expression on at all times, trying to tamp down any kind of fear that the situation might be causing.
Awesome, and we're gonna be looking forward to seeing River actually, in action. But Lex, for you yourself, do you have any tags, any socials you want to kind of put out there?
Sure. You can find me everywhere at Yet Charming. I branded early from MySpace and kept it up ever since. You can hear my dulcet tones talking about America's Next Top Model and Podleadum. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. Or you can listen to my new show, I Guess, where I invite people on to convince me of a niche love that they have, because I hate everything until someone convinces me otherwise.
I would like to accept that challenge, but I don't know for what. Because you're already playing TTRPG, so I'm kind of already there. I'll figure something out. All right, so going down the list, Serena, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys! Of course, my name is Serena. You can find me at Serena X Moon everywhere. Serena, a content creator, influencer, and recently joined TTRPG performing. So very excited to be here. We're excited to play and perform with this bunch of amazing people. I play Bug, who is the wrench, and she is in her early 20s, and she's just a little bit hard-headed, a little awkward, and just trying not to get into any messes, but they just kind of seem to just happen anyway. So yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Going up the list, Nady Danger.
That's me. Hello, everybody. My name is Nady Danger. You can find me everywhere on your favorite social medias at Nady Danger, but you may call me Nady. I play Clint McCarthy, who is the talker, and you will notice I will do it at great lengths throughout our adventure. You can find me anywhere, or if you're in the great city of Philadelphia, come hang out with me and play some games.
Excellent. And going up the list, Logan.
Hi everyone, I'm Logan. I play Ezra Wren, our resident stargazer with a little bit of lookout brought into it recently. And Ezra is our resident sad boy.
All right, excellent. All right, so going up the list further, Caitlin. Well, sorry, Caitlin's your character's name. Hello.
It
My
sure is.
apologies.
No, it's
I do it all
fine.
the time.
Yeah, almost everybody's done it by this point. Hey, I'm Eleanor, aka Foibles and Fables on all socials. I'm a TTRPG actual play performer and GM. You can find me weekly on Wednesdays at the Harlequin's Hallowed Hearth YouTube channel, putting out episodes of An End to Hunger. And you can see me on various channels, including the Story Told RPG podcast channel. My character, Caitlin, is the bandage. She is the one who is most familiar with living off the land, maybe the best adjusted to this very cold, very unsure world, and is wholly focused on keeping everybody safe, usually at the detriment of herself.
Excellent. And finally, last but not least, and probably muted and doesn't realize it, Doc.
Definitely realized it. I was waiting for it. Why would you? I was all ready to sound cool like everybody else.
I saw you getting excited. I saw you getting excited. I was like,
let's go. No, I am extra excited lately. I'll be honest. I am Doc, the latter half of Creative Disarray Inc. I'm very big into TTRPG world from all facets of it, including all the way up to custom stickers and like that we got going on. Recently just started our own first production with Squared Circle Odyssey's Road to Wrestle Deep. So if you're into TTRPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, and you're into wrestling, then by all means come and check us out on every other Saturday. That's been great. But yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful time to be alive in TTRPGs and sitting here and getting to play characters like Arthur, who's a little bit more broody than everything I just described and just wanted to usually punch stuff and be mad and grumpy and walk around. But now this crew wants to make him smile and be happy and feel like a family again, and his little protege, Charlotte, as well, to get her on the path to survival and going from sledgehammer passing the torch on to the mallet.
excellent. All right. And so, at this point, the caravan must continue on, heading westward. But before we find ourselves with the aluminum falcon, River, time for you has been strange. You don't know exactly where you're at. You don't know exactly what's going on. You see yourself inside of this spherical chamber. Every now and then, a door opens up. That much you can realize, you can tell. There are other bodies in here, other individuals, and they're collected here within this chamber. There's a mist that kind of clings to everything in this room, almost trying to keep the temperature to a more pleasant, more lukewarm temperature. For the most part, you don't really recall the last time you ate or the last time you drank. But you've been in here. Where is here? What is the last thing that Rivers remembers?
I had left the camp where I had built a community that had been ravaged by something that changed people, and I couldn't bear to watch it happen to another person. And so I struck out and hoped that maybe I could find others, but mostly to just get away from seeing people that I loved change. And one night, trekking through those woods, I lost time and woke up here.
The entire time that you've been in this chamber, as far as you can tell, whatever that may be, could be minutes, it could be hours, it could be days. It's hard to keep track. You're always in and out of consciousness. There's a glow within this room, almost like this reddish, almost pinkish glow that just kind of seems to originate from everywhere but nowhere precisely. You've noticed that several times in those laps where you have consciousness, the door opens up and you'll see these strange creatures step in. You'll notice that the creatures have something covering their heads. They're about 6 feet tall, tall and lengthy. You're going to see that they're actually gangly as well, with long limbs. You'll see that they walk in, and as they do, they go ahead and grab individuals one by one. They don't grab everybody all at once, but rather they just kind of start calling out the numbers, just grabbing a few, taking them out. And for some odd reason, you know that those people are never seen again. Every time that the aliens or these extraterrestrials make their way into this room, you can hear sounds, a cacophony of sounds. The sounds that they create are loud, almost like a symphony playing all at once their own distinctive melodies. It's hard for you to comprehend. And you'll notice that most of the individuals that hear the sound as well tend to keel over, hurting, clenching their ears, trying to stop the sound, crying out in pain. Sadly, River, you do the same as well. You find yourself at times on the floor, a migraine ripping through your head as you're trying to cope with the sound, wanting it to stop. You don't know exactly when was the last time you saw someone being taken away, but you do remember the last time someone was brought in. It was a group of them. One of them, an older man, somewhere in his 40s, a bit on the corpulent side, had been brought in. You'll notice that he has a thick jacket, has a hoodie, and he was brought into this room as well. Whereas his other companions tend to kind of, again, feel the effects that fall upon you, where you're just coming in and out of consciousness. You hear him consistently. Hey, pendejos, when are you going to open the door? He calls out every now and then. At this point, you kind of fixate your attention upon that individual. You'll see that this man is sitting there. He has a darkened beard kind of covering his face. He looks like he hasn't really shaven in some time. You'll notice that he has darker skin, and he looks around, and when he notices you looking at him, he kind of scrambles over towards you. Hey, someone's awake. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Mia, are you okay?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I need someone to talk to. It's been very lonely these couple of days now.
It's hard to talk to people when you don't know when they're going to leave.
Yeah. What is that saying? Meanings can be bittersweet. By the way, my name is Odelio Hiron.
I wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm River.
I mean, you see that he kind of leans back a bit, and he kind of looks over towards you and is like, this is going to be the best of circumstances for a long time. Eh? So how long have you been in here? Do you know?
No, maybe a few days. It's no, there's no windows. You can't see anything.
I know. It's really creepy. I remember that my abuelita, she bought me one time this little, what were they called? The sea monkeys. You know, like little shrimps, you put them in a jar.
Yeah.
I feel like that right now. I understand their pain. But anyways, I don't know. I can't tell. Although every time that door has opened and they've taken some of, well, the people in here, I've heard them screaming. The people. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know why I haven't gone yet. It's not that
Hey,
I want
hey.
to,
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna see if I can get you out. I'm gonna see what we can do.
Yes, let me know. If that I can help you.
Okay. And so you can't and you see that his mouth begins to move and words are issued out. You hear the sound, but at this point, that cacophony of sound of music comes over you once more. And at this point, you begin to just feel the migraine enter into you. And at this point, it's just ripping your skull, and you're just feeling that pain. And sure enough, as you're kind of there, almost passing out, you're going to see that the door opens up once more. You're going to see that Odelio stands up and he goes, Oye, pendejo! And he runs forward. And you'll see that he barrels himself into the individual, the alien that's coming in. At this point, you'll see that the alien is caught by sheer surprise. River, do me one quick roll, and your first roll in this grand adventure.
Let's go.
Go ahead and do Be the Boss.
You can do it.
I will
So-
give you an additional D6 or additional pip because of Delio's helping you out.
Great.
By the way, you do start with heroic points as well. You'll start off
Okay.
with one automatically. So if you want to use a
Right.
heroic point, you definitely can. It will give you an additional pip.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I have 0 in that, so that will.
So I'll bring you up to 4,
Oh, 4? Great. Okay,
right? Because 0,
Well,
1.
that'd be 3. So you get the
Three.
1
Three.
and 1 from the
Three.
guy that, yeah.
great. Ooh, not a bad roll. 2 6s and a 2.
What I said.
Oh, excellent.
What
That is a crit. Excellent.
That's how we start.
So, River, at this point, the effects of what's going on is still hampering you. It's still hurting you. But due to Odelio's actions, you feel something in you. You kind of push. You force yourself. You get up. What do you do?
I reach into my pocket and remember that I have a utility knife. And I just reach as high as my arm will go to try to pop that alien in the neck.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to allow that. I am going to allow that. You're going to hear this shriek coming from the alien. You're going to see this almost fluorescent bluish kind of liquid coming out of it. At this point, you actually even tear into their the outfit itself and kind of like leaking out whatever sort of oxygen or whatever atmosphere they're breathing. And at this point, you'll see that the alien begins to stumble backwards. Odelio at this point looks at you and says, "Coño, pendeja. I didn't expect that. Let's go." And you see that Odelio grabs you and begins to lead you out of this chamber, out into the snow, out into a world that clearly has come to an end. And that is going to be your introduction. Excellent. Good job. I'm going to give you another heroic point.
Thank you.
It's a pretty good intro.
That's a pretty
Very cool.
All right. So, for the Aluminum Falcon, you have been driving
Which is
upon the
great.
road. You've been driving upon the road, heading into what used to be, or what would have been, Missouri, Illinois. Well, Missouri, actually. As you're crossing Missouri, you're going to notice these massive bastions. Remember that globe, the alien space, or the alien craft that was like a globe that had landed near to Barrowford? These appear more often. As you're driving around, you purposely try to make your way around the major cities, as you'll see that as you begin to approach, you're going to see the activity there of the alien threat is becoming more abundant. And so, trying to stick away from the major cities, you make your way around, trying to pursue perhaps the highway to try to get towards like St. Louis. But since we're going to be doing, giving you a chance to do a travel phase as well as an upkeep phase. In regards to the upkeep phase, we're going to go ahead and say you're going to get 0 noise at this moment because you guys haven't really done much. So I'm kind of cool with that. You do have to spend fuel and consume some supplies. Remember, since you do have Charlotte, you'll be consuming an additional 2 supplies. Sorry, consuming an additional supply. My apologies.
It's 2 total, right?
2 total.
Oh, no.
So we're at 3 supply now.
2.
Thank you.
Since you have moved from one area to another, you don't have to worry about your health upkeep, so there's no worsening. But with that, that is going to be the upkeep. Now we're going to be moving into the travel phase. And so, at this point, as a group, you guys get to decide what you would like to do with the travel phase. Remember that you have 3 actions that you can take during a travel phase. And so, you have lie low, recover, resupply, work on a slow project, work on a vehicle. You guys
You've
get to
got
decide.
to fix
Yeah.
these damn
Yeah,
sensors.
we only need.
We're
Bug.
so
we only need
close.
Look at me, bud.
actually,
Do your job.
well, I believe
I'm
with what,
trying.
I believe with what Serena picked up, you get it for free. So you get to finish it and start another one before you even roll.
Yes.
That is
Specifically
correct.
For this base, yes.
Yeah. And then I'm definitely going to be on team resupply. Up to 3 of us can do that.
Well, I don't know if you want me doing it. Somebody else has got to be at least a little bit better than me.
It doesn't have to be a search and survey roll. You can justify pretty much anything that you can roll for a resupply.
All right. I'll be happy to join you.
Okay.
Anyone else want to join us?
Sure. I think
Yeah, come on, Ezra.
I think though that I might be wanting to find things that might not harm us, that might be a little more alien in origin and harmonize with alien stuff, to try to find supplies that might be viable for us to eat and or drink, or even something that might be useful for us, but that we might not have at first glance been drawn towards.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because resupply technically is trying to get items to supply or fuel the vehicle.
I mean, I could
You know
then
what?
I could theoretically been looking for some maybe alien fuel source that we could use on the car, use on the Millennium Falcon, Aluminum Falcon. Oh my word!
Like force field windows or something.
So how about this instead, Ezra? Since you are going to try to find something, we'll make it into a slow project.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and give you a clock, and you can just roll. And as you do these scenes, you'll be able to kind of add to that and hopefully find something that is going to be suitable and helpful. Because yeah, looking for one fuel supply that could fit into the aluminum Falcon will probably destroy the entire aluminum Falcon.
Fair
Don't
enough.
you dare.
The lithium crystal. Let me just toss it in there.
Fine.
Just give it to me. I'll figure it out.
I'm sure
There's
we can
certain
adapt.
parts of the vehicle that will hit warp speed. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can attach a nuclear reactor to our 90 or
Yeah.
2002 Honda Civic.
Of course.
Easy.
Yeah.
If anyone can do it, Bug can.
I'd also like to take a moment before we leave to secure the location of the grenade.
What do you mean? It's with me.
So, as you know, I follow Caitlin out of the car, and as we get out of the car, I turn around. I put my, in classic, Clint fashion, I put my elbows on the window and I tuck my head into the car, and I'm looking at you, going, "Where's the grenade?"
What?
What do you mean, what?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? Are we going to have this argument right here, right now? I just want to know where it is. I don't want
Did
it.
I or did I not save everyone? Okay. Don't
I
worry
just
about
want
it.
it.
I
I just
know
want it.
what I'm doing.
Okay. Is it in a safe location?
Yeah.
And
And I
do
go
you
to
feel
top my
sudden-
pocket and then suddenly stop. I'm like, yeah, of course it is.
There is so many things that concern me with the fact that you keep a grenade in your pocket. I wish you wouldn't. I know that you are an adult, Bug. I know that you are allowed to make your own decisions, but maybe keep it in the glove box, Maybe just away from whatever you're working on.
I reach into my pocket, take out my multi-tool, and use it like a butterfly knife, and like have it ready and be like, "It's fine. I'm gonna go fix the problem now. Find me some candy, please."
All right, that's fine. I think that's usually on the list of things we look for anyway. Atlas, are one of the giant structures within visible view of where we have parked?
Sure. We could say that you're actually parked off in like a small town, perhaps one that had like a shopping center of a major retailer, kind of looking desolate, snow kind of falling all around. You'll see several vehicles there parked, kind of, worn for wear. And off in the distance, you'll see that dome kind of structure, which would be towards the major city.
Right. So, I believe I have. So I have the hoodie of my jacket up to keep the snow off my head, and my hands are stuffed in underneath the flak jacket, just to try and keep them warm as it's getting colder. And as we're walking, I'll just absently say, "Thermos. Thought I'd never see one of these again."
Seeing a bunch of stuff I thought I'd never see at all.
Mm-hmm. Can you feel the vibration off of it?
I mean, maybe it's in my head. Maybe it's
Certainly
in my gut.
isn't. Yeah, I was gonna say you don't really feel it like chattering teeth. It's more in the rib cage, you know?
A twist.
Yeah, absolutely unsettling. Can't stand it.
Well, just stick together and, I don't know, you gotta be able to whistle something.
I think I'm just so focused on getting more cigarettes. I think that's what's gonna push me through this.
Well, I
do
don't
you think?
remember seeing cigarettes last time I went to a shopping mall, but I don't know, maybe I can loot them off the body or something.
That's the thing about hope. It's always there, even when situations are at their worst.
Alright,
And
well,
I think I'm gonna karate kick the door of the supermarket open.
impressive. It's too bad Arthur wasn't here to see that.
Yeah, I try not to show Arthur up. You know, he really lives in that I'm a fighter persona, and if
There's
I
a sensitive soul underneath, you can tell.
yeah, I don't want him to know that I can keep. He might be able to fight, but he'll never catch me. And I can always, as long as I keep out of the reach of those arms, I can beat him. Keep it between you and me, okay?
Always.
Yeah, fantastic.
You know the plan.
Right.
And then count the registers.
I think hearing I will heed your words, but almost hearing Ezra, I kind of almost forgot Ezra was here, and I jump, and I
Yeah, same. It was like,
yeah, you got to keep it quiet too. I don't know. Are you trustworthy? I think you're trustworthy.
I don't know how.
happens to-
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, let me just put it this way to you, Ezra, as I throw my arm over your shoulder, and we strut into the ruined supermarket. What happens on the search stays on the search. You know what I mean?
Are you trying to sleep with me, Clint?
We've already had this discussion. No. It's called friendship, right? These are jokes. We do this to lighten the tension a little bit, have a little fun.
Ezra stops walking and just looks about this like derelict supermarket. Fun. That's what we're doing.
Well, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Look, if you make a game of it, it kind of helps you forget the fact that we live in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and we're currently here savaging stuff so we don't die in the frozen wastes of Middle America.
Right, because, dying in a fiery hellscape of the western coast is probably preferable.
Listen, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I'll speak for myself. If I'm gonna go out, that's how I want to go out.
No, I prefer the cold. You can always put more layers on. You can't
Somebody
You
take.
boys
bro-
can
well,
stop. You boys can stop playing grab ass at any time now.
All I'm saying is you can't deskin yourself. I tried. And
I
and Ezra
don't
looks
know.
at Ezra looks at Clint and winks and just walks forward by himself.
I think for the first time in a very long time, Clint is honestly speechless. Just like trying to process what he just said, and it was like, yeah, 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 what he said.
So as we're walking through this grocery store, singing the "Don't Look Suspicious" song from Parks and Rec.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Hand to
Please
God,
record that.
hand to God, one of the funniest scenes I've seen in television.
All right, you folks want to roll some dice, or
Let's roll some dice. See what we get.
I'm going to help Caitlin.
Thank you.
I get to roll my new dice that I got for this character in this game, and I'm so excited.
Show us the dice.
It's gonna
Show
get-
us the dice. Quite nice.
Pretty.
It was a
Very nice.
66
Nice
set. Yeah. Well, that's not bad. Five, 4, 3, 2.
That's no sixes. That's nothing.
That is nada.
And I only got one.
1-6.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
That's something.
Is that cigarettes, Atlas?
I mean, Kaylin, is that cigarettes?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. I'm led to believe fuck no. Sorry.
I hate the wasteland.
It sucks.
Would you like supply or fuel?
Arthur, what do you say? What do we got?
Arthur's
Definitely.
not here.
You were on a supply run, just for the record. That's what my last word was to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely supply then. So, yeah, I think some of the stuff is probably like dry goods. So, rice that was left behind, or dried corn, maybe some cans. But yeah, it's everything. I like to think that everything fun is gone here. So all the candy's gone, cigarettes are gone, liquor's gone, like everything that the foolish would take. So there's a little bit left. Maybe even a note, take what you
There you go.
need, leave what you don't. With the dry goods and stuff.
Marlboros were here.
Exactly. But no, I absolutely think that the frustration would be palpable from her, that there's so little left, and like not only is there so little left, but there's also nothing extra to like paper over the fact that there is so little. So yeah, the mood has soured quite a bit. She's usually pretty pink in the face, but that's definitely red at this point.
Where is it on the hoodie level?
I think it warrants IRL hoodie, definitely.
Oh no.
It's
Oh.
about
What?
there right
Oh
now.
no.
We're DEF CON hoodie, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I promised Charlotte I was going to teach her how to make snow soup before we left. So I'm gonna go set up the fire. You boys can fucking do whatever you do.
I think my natural instinct is to want to follow Caitlin, but I hold back and just kind of let Caitlin have a moment to be upset and kind of just give a glance over to Ezra.
Ezra's just digging through stuff, kicking garbage around. I rolled 5, 5, 432, Jordan.
Yeah, sadly, you're not going to find anything useful. You'll just find a lot of nothingness. Empty shelves, kind of, like disheveled, as people have probably run in there, rummaged it beforehand. And at this point, it's a very empty store.
Well,
Ready when you are.
I'm following you. Following you, Clint.
You, as we're walking, we're gonna do a quick walk and talk. Have you gotten any closer to figuring out how playing your guitar helps you, connect with the aliens, or?
Not really, seeing as we don't have aliens to play guitar to at the moment. Thankfully, I suppose. But my best guess is they, sonic frequency? I'm not sure.
Kind of makes sense. Well, I'm sure you will, in time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope going on around here. Maybe one day you'll figure out the guitar. Maybe I'll find a pack of camels. We can all be happy.
I think at this point I'd settle for a pack of camels.
Right, now we're in a, see, this is less a fight for survival and much more a road trip with, living on the edge, on the ragged edge.
Well, if we find some raisins, Diet Coke, and cigarettes, we can have, a Calvin Klein diet.
We'd be rich. We'd live like kings, Ezra. And I believe that, as we are close enough now, me chanting out, "We live like kings," Ezra, can be heard by the rest of the group.
Caitlin comes back and packs the supplies in the trunk, grabs the empty water jugs and the one that we still have left, and the fire starter kit. Charlotte?
You'll see that Charlie kind of turns around from standing next to Arthur, and then kind of looks over towards you, and you'll see that she goes ahead, and instead of just running towards you, she takes a moment and she kind of puts a hand over on Arthur's leg. Yes.
He'll There's a
Maybe
heel pat
ask
her on
me-
the head.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all right, Charlotte.
Remember when you asked me if I'd teach you how to make snow soup?
You see that her face, it takes a moment, but the recognition comes in and you'll see her face lights up and she's like, "Snow soup!"
Yep. Today's the day. All right. Come on, we got to find a place to build this fire. I don't want to hear any whining about me carrying you. You got 2 strong legs, they ain't broke. Let's go. And then she
At this point,
smiles
go ahead.
at Arthur just a little bit to confirm, so it's all right.
Yeah, he'll nod.
You'll see that she kind of starts walking through the snow. You'll see her kind of trudging along. For a moment, she stops momentarily. You'll see her kind of fight a fit of coughing, but she suppresses it, and then she kind of continues running forward, and she's like, "Snow soup, snow soup, snow soup."
Arthur, if we need to expedite, we might need some help carrying it back. But I got things from here.
Fair enough.
All right, and Arthur and Bug, what are you guys up to during this upkeep or travel check?
Well, Bug, you think we're going to be able to figure it out this time?
Yeah, leave it to me. Leave it to me this time for sure. And I'll
Well,
get in there.
Well, you automatically
help
fix the
with
sensors, by the way. So the sensors already, you somehow fixed the sensors, to which even Arthur's kind of simply amazed, because he hasn't seen those things work.
Just finally clicked.
I'll twirl the multi-tool and just bang it, and it'll be fixed.
It's the spin after dealing with Clint. You just knock it on the sensor and like. Perfect.
Like, you know,
Like, yeah.
you know, like awkward and nervous that like Arthur must be now that like, you know, the engine light isn't blaring off and the oil light isn't going off. It's
Yeah.
like everything looks normal. What's wrong?
Yeah, something's gonna go wrong. Well, Bug, I'm not sure that the windshield is much of an issue considering the rest of the, well, whatever the hell happened, but I think we should tackle the overheating next. And by we, I obviously mean, well, you.
Yeah, let's do that. I feel like I've been fixing this car for a while.
Well, this car's been being fixed since I think it was put together in the first place.
These old
And it doesn't
cars
lose
on
water.
this carpet.
Just start slapping it everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked last time.
All right. So, what are you going to be fixing there? Which of the
The
columns? Yeah, I think the overheating. Awesome. Go ahead and do a rig and repair roll.
And I'll
I
give
think-
you my extra dice for that one.
And I think you also get
We-
bonuses.
Yeah, we all get to give each other one dice during this phase.
Okay, so then I would do my 4 pips plus yours.
And remember, you get one anyway. So if you have 4 pips in something, you roll 5 flat.
That's right, so 6 total for this roll.
Yep.
Easy. Okay. In it. 441453.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to fill up one of those slices.
Okay.
Damn car.
The Falcon. Oh my
That Falcon,
So hungry.
it is fighting back. I don't want to be fixed. I'm
Just let me die.
I'll get it.
We'll get there.
So, Bug, as you're working on the car again, this car is giving you a lot of pushback. You probably have worked on cars before. What do you think about this car in particular is giving you this pushback? What is it about this car?
I think it's just seen a lot, you know? It has a lot of personality, a lot to say. It wants to be done, but determined to see us through, I think.
So it's not the 275,000 miles on it. Got it.
That's
No,
just a
no, no,
warm-up for a
no.
hotbed. That's just a warm up.
No, that ain't the issue.
Honestly, I feel that this car is kind of like from Married with Children when Al Bundy was driving his car getting up to 1,000,000 miles. Like, this is where Arthur's at with this car. He's just like, I'm almost there. Almost
I
a
ain't letting
million,
it go.
I think. Okay, so at this point, yes, the car kind of pushes back a bit. You know that you're going to have to take some more time. It's probably the condition. It's probably getting a bit colder outside. It's not really, you're not like at a garage that would make this a lot easier. And so for the most part, it kind of does give that pushback. And so you're able to fix some of it. But again, it's going to take a little bit more time and effort on your part to get this done. But aside from that, Arthur, what are you up to?
Yeah, I think especially after, I mean, if you want, like before they come back or like after she's got Charlotte.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I figured like obviously he was kind of watching and being helpful, you know, and with Charlotte while she was working on it. And then when Caitlin and them come back, I think he would actually step out to, well, Bug, is there anything in particular that would be helpful if I could find it with anything we got going on? I know you don't exactly have every, not that you need an entire toolkit, but anything in particular that'd be helpful?
Because car is giving her so much problem and she doesn't want to show that she's having a problem. She's just kind of babbling at you. It's like, yeah, maybe if you find, but she's getting right in the car, so you can't quite hear. It's like maybe a little bit of tools anywhere.
Well, I will see how much I can find. And then he would go out and he'll try to search a little bit. I don't know if we've pulled into like a gas station or a mechanically inclined establishment, but if not, he would see if there is like a garage nearby or something that he could walk to and scope out and find.
Yeah, you're like a huge department store parking lot, so there's vehicles out there as well. You could probably look around, depending on exactly where you want to go. Do you want to go inside the department store? Do you want to walk around the parking lot and see what the vehicles there might have?
Yeah, see, if he felt like there was like an auto department in it, like that type of store, he would go in there and look specifically there. Otherwise, he would just see if there's any trunks open or something like that that may have a toolkit in it and those types of things. So I think that would be his decision point there. So if there is a auto department in the store, he would be confident in that. If it's, you mentioned it was a well-known establishment in our world, then he would definitely take that route.
All right, do a search and survey. Good luck.
Oh, right. Well,
But I
I'm
think
going to
you
pull
have-
out my aluminum anniversary dice that
Hey,
just got
show
me.
us the dice.
So these wonderful little full
Oh,
aluminum.
wow.
So,
Really pretty.
They give big Monopoly energy.
I know, right? That's
You
exactly.
know?
I mean, I'll take a 6-2. That's fine.
You're doing as good as me, and I rolled 7 of them. So you learn from the best.
I pick up on a few things.
I'll go ahead and say that you do find a toolbox. This is going to be an item. It's going to take up 2 spaces. It's kind of heavy. You'll have some tools, an array of tools that you can use. You'll notice that the toolbox isn't complete. Like someone must have rummaged through this, pulling out whatever it is that they needed. But it does have a nice selection of tools. You're going to have 2 uses on it before it is completely unusable anymore.
Need a full toolbox for Bug anyway. She's got it. But yeah, he would just also, like, I don't know, he wouldn't necessarily be super quick about it. I think he's taken a lot of time for, I don't know, just to be alone and take everything in that's happened. Not that it's necessarily even bothered him to be where they're at, but given everything they've gone through, I think he's going through the idea of, like, can I keep getting that lucky, or like, why am I the one that keeps getting that lucky and not being hurt, even though I should be the one that's standing where they are, and kind of just going through those motions and kind of really trying hard to fight the regret and not let it take over that they can't make it. And then he just kind of stops and sits on the toolbox for a minute to kind of catch himself, and just for a little while he pulls out a piece of paper out of his inner pocket and just starts to read it. It looks like it's been read a million times before, but he's taken the time to make sure he reads it at least once more if he doesn't get the chance to again.
Excellent. I mean, time passes. You have that moment to yourself, Arthur. Eventually, you've read the note once more, and at this point, not much else is left to be said at this moment. Not amongst yourself, not within your inner thoughts. And so, at this point, you just go ahead, probably pick up the tools, and begin to make your way back towards everybody else.
Yeah, I would just give him perspective of the time he would take, and then he would head back with the toolkit and take it directly to Bug. And when she's still in the car or whatnot, he would set it down and be like, well, Bug, I hope I found you something useful. I know you can make use out of just about anything, so we'll do what we can.
Bug would look up at you, and she was definitely trying to duct tape it together at this point. She's so frustrated with the car. Like, oh,
Call it my
this is perfect.
call it my recompense for what you have to deal with, I suppose.
Thanks, man. This is great. Great find.
All right. And
And
if there's
I double checked.
anything-
There was no cigarettes in the toolbox either. So
At this point, if there's anything else that you guys would like to interact with or kind of discuss before we continue writing.
I just want to put my hand out towards Clint as they're coming back and wiggle my fingers. No candy, nothing. Hey,
Yeah, I think when I did the swap out, I was talking the whole time, so I couldn't you couldn't get a word in. So yeah, so Clint, you're getting the full brunt of that failure. I'm so sorry.
Just letting you know, Clint, you are muted.
Son of a bitch. You didn't see,
I saw you laying into it too.
yeah, you
I
didn't-
I saw you getting into it. I was like, oh, he's saying some cool stuff right now. Wow, that's really
repeat
deep.
what I said. You didn't see Caitlin? She's at hoodie level 5. We didn't find any candy. We didn't find any cigarettes. We didn't find any thing at all. Some rice. Do you like rice? Do you consider rice a candy?
I'll just glance at Caitlin and knowing this could be a bad mood, I'll just be like, great.
I made
Then.
a joke, and then I sit in the back seat and shut the door.
Yeah,
So-
technically, yeah.
It's gonna take a while to boil down the snow. And just so you guys know, any survivalists out there, do not try to boil snow unless you have water, which is why I had to bring the water along with. But yeah, that's what Caitlin will be doing, and then need to cook the rice. So after, it's gonna take a while. If you guys want to come by and warm your hands by the fire, you absolutely may want to do so. But Caitlin's gonna cook down, boil clean enough snow to fill up the jugs, and then boil up as much rice and some beans, so that we have food to eat tonight for as long as we can.
Yeah, I think Clint, seeing that Ezra has taken up the backseat of the aluminum Falcon, will make his way over to the fire. And so I'm going to get there right as like the water is boiling, and I'm going to kind of lean over and I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to look over in you and Charlotte. And this is specifically for Charlotte. I'm going to say, I think it needs some more. I think it needs more pepper. And I'm going to offer Charlotte just like a playful wink, and then find something dry to sit on and start writing in the book, using the firelight to kind of allow me to see.
I'm gonna say that you're going to see Charlotte. She's been kind of, I would rather say she's kind of disappointed. You know, she was expecting this snow soup to be done like much faster and quicker, and on top of that, it's just water. And she's like, you know, is there going to be anything sweet about this? Is it going to be delicious? And the entire time she's just kind of like there, kind of like looking off, being bored. And at this point, as you kind of say that and you begin writing, you'll see that Charlie actually piques her interest, and she waddles over towards you, and she's just like, "Are you drawing? Can I draw?
Yeah.
Do you have crayons?"
No, I don't have any crayons, but I promise that the next time Caitlin and I go out looking for stuff, we'll see if we can find you some. I have a pen. Can you draw with a pen?
You see that she goes ahead and she kind of like holds out her hands, just like grab the pen. She has no idea. She's just like, I'll try.
I'll offer the pen, and then I'll flip to the back of it, to the very back of the book, so as to not, I don't know Charlotte's reading level, and I will just offer her the book and allow her to doodle in the back there.
This is the first time you hear Charlotte kind of giggle. and it's mainly because she begins to draw and she sees like the ballpoint pen and she'll see the ink and she's like she starts drawing and then you'll see her like trying to draw these images, and at one point or another she stops and all you see is like this blotch of ink on there, and she's just like, look, that's us and that's the car and that's Caitlin and that's Arthur, and she's like naming off everybody, and everybody's just like, it's just one splotch of ink on this paper, and then she goes ahead after the moment that you acknowledge this, you'll see that she goes and flips the paper and starts drawing on another sheet, and you'll see that she's actually entertained and she's just like smiling, and for the most part it keeps her mind occupied.
Mm-hmm. You you didn't like Caitlin's snow soup?
No, it's taking too long.
Can I ask you a question, Charlotte?
You see that she's just kind of like, again, just drawing, minding her business, and she's like, yeah.
Was the snow soup just water?
She stops for a moment and looks straight up at you. She puts down the pen and she goes, no, Caitlin put ice and water.
Mm-hmm. And
You'll see that the gears begin to turn in her head. And she's just like, I want candy.
you and me
And
both.
she starts
Kate.
drawing.
You and me both. And then I think I'll look over at Caitlin across the fire just to kind of check in, see what hoodie level she is simmered down to at this point.
It's down again. Definitely the heat and the exertion have warmed her enough to where it would be too uncomfortable. She's gotta know how to do these things.
Yeah, I meant nothing by that other than I was actually curious about snowsuit.
Trying to make it fun. That's what my pa used to call it.
I don't think I've spent enough time in survival situations to actually know those kinds of things. It's actually quite useful information.
Yeah, Pa taught me a lot. How to live off the land and make water safe to drink. How to find north and snare rabbit. I hope we're gonna find a rabbit in all of this. I would try. It means we'd have to stay in place for a while. We're not gonna do that.
I don't know. Beans and rice sound nice right now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I still got some salt left, so who knows?
Make it
maybe it'll
fancy.
be-
There you go. Come on. That's I have to admit, I do like it when you smile like that. You know, I think sometimes you're really hard on yourself.
There's so much more I could be doing. What else do you all have me here for? But to get you all to St. Francis, and I'm doing a piss poor job of it.
Do you really think that?
You?
Not at all. It's quite the opposite, actually. There's a certain je ne sais quoi about you. I don't think you realize it because I know that everybody's their own worst critic. But you've helped so much in ways that can't be quantified in the things that you do. You are not just a thing or a tool or an object. You're a person. And you are the emotional center of this group. Bug doesn't talk to anyone. Ezra would probably be a real nice conversation if he wasn't so goddamn depressed all the time.
His husband's missing.
Yeah. And
He doesn't mean anything by it.
well, still, I'm trying to make a point here.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. The point is that all of these different individuals, these different characters, these different personalities that we all have, they all revolve around you. And don't think for a moment that we've forgotten so easily when you stood up to that individual with the rifle. You got to give yourself a little bit of credit. I more than anyone know that the artist is their own worst critic. I second guess what I write all the time. But you gotta realize that you are enough. You being here is enough. I mean, ask Charlotte. What do you think of Caitlin?
Oh, I wasn't meaning to interrupt because I love this conversation you're having, but Charlotte at this point has begun to move towards Arthur, dragging the journal with her. And at this point, by the time that she gets to Arthur, that journal has already like 4 or 5 pages where it's just like scratch, and the ballpoint pen is just running out of ink at this point. And she's just like, look, I could draw. Look, and this is the car, and this is you.
I think it's high time that something beautiful was in that journal, to be honest with you.
She just gives you this wide smile, and you see like she kind of slightly coughs, and she brings up her hand, and she's just like, I'm a good artist. And at this point, that's when Clint is like looking around like, Charlotte?
Yeah. And I think Clint panics for just a moment because I think he was kind of half the babysitter in this moment, and Charlotte has disappeared, so it's like, Charlotte, and then I see Charlotte in the middle distance over by Arthur. I can't tell how many pages, but the mere fact that the book is beyond my immediate grasp makes me begin to sweat just slightly, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You right there, McCarthy?
Yeah.
What were you saying about your work not being that good?
Well, it may not be good, but it is what it is, you know? It's mine. And it's that in itself makes it beautiful.
I know about that. Did you really write about Ezra in your book?
I write about all of you in my book. You're all part of this interesting story that I am currently on.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Clint? When I say Pa, I'm not talking about my dad. Don't laugh. Pa was my brother's father's stepfather.
Okay. And I think that this requires just a slight bit of respectful calculation on my part, because I have to follow the family tree up slightly. So like I might be a creative man and a great talker, but I am not a smart man. So I went, okay, your brothers,
Yeah.
father.
Yeah.
Where did it go from there again?
Stepfather.
Okay. What's there to laugh about?
It's not a movie or a documentary they'd show on some trashy TV network.
Doesn't sound like that to me. Just sounds like family.
He was.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he treated
Oh,
me
but-
like family even though I wasn't kin, technically. My brother was 9. when I was born, and his dad. Well, they say he got clipped on his motorcycle by a semi, but I don't think that's what really happened to him. But Paul was good to me. And he didn't have to. If you think I'm keeping y'all alive, that's a large part because of what he
Well then, 3 cheers to Paul. And I say as I like lift my flask and I take a sip of that absolute rubbing alcohol that we got, and it is just. I had tried to like play it off cool as I take a sip, but it literally feels like fire. Someone has lit a match in my throat, and it tastes terrible, but it gets the job done. I'll drink to Paul then.
Did they ever tell you it's bad luck to drink alone?
Well then, it's gonna have to be you then. I don't think Charlotte's of the age to consume alcohol.
Not quite yet. Maybe a couple more years at least. But just one. So I gotta cook y'all dinner, and I am not burning it.
Okay. I'll pass the flask off to you, and I think I'm gonna go try and salvage what's left of the book. Lord knows I don't want that child reading any of the stuff that's actually in there. Do you think she can read?
No.
Hell, we're gonna have to start. I gotta find her picture books. I gotta find her an alphabet book. I gotta find her crayons.
Hey. Stay here. Stay in the present. Stay in this moment. We'll find what we can. All right?
You go get. You go get your.
Use the salt.
You gotta go bring it back to me.
Wait, is it up at the car?
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
Oh.
I showed
all
you
right,
how I
yeah.
packed everything. Were you not paying attention?
Not even a little bit.
All right, ask Bug to show you where it is, and then you take it and you bring it to me.
Okay.
He's not waiting
Yes.
on you.
And I tip my imaginary. Yes, ma'am. I head off.
Arthur, in that length of time, how many more pages do you think Charlie got to? Come on, let's be honest.
I think she's at least 3 more in, and he's kind of letting it happen. But then as he sees Clint get up and he's walking over, he takes it. She's like, "Hey, Charlotte, I'm gonna need the journal back."
You see that she kind of struggles for a moment, and she's just like, but,
I know.
okay.
We'll try to find you some of them those activity books and maybe some crayons to draw with. I'm sure there's a coloring book or something around here that we can find instead. I don't really feel like listening to Clint cry himself to sleep tonight without his journal, so if you would be kind enough to get it back, we'll do everything we can to find you something.
You'll see that she purses her lower lip, and you'll see that she kind of has this like sad look on her.
I know.
But okay. And then she just hands it back towards you, and you're going to see like 7 pages are gone, just like doodles on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as Clint's walking over, Arthur would take the journal and lock eyes and just slowly those pages out and close it, and then hand it over and put the pages in his pocket instead.
I'm going to snatch one of those pages right back from you, you little thief. Are you kidding me? This is an original Charlotte. An original Charlotte, and I'm going to stuff it in the book. Stuff it back in my journal best I can and take it. How could you be so selfish? And I'm just going to strut. Bug, where's the damn salt?
Close
As-
the hood.
As the hood closes,
Alright.
the window rolls down, and Ezra just holds out the Ziploc bag of little salt packets.
I'm like, I don't know.
Caitlin said you know how these things are all packed up. Great.
Ezra's got it.
So on brand.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll bring it back and we'll make beans and rice. Come on, it's time to eat, everyone.
Ezra will get out of the car with his guitar and sit by the fire with it to eat dinner and everything.
So the evening begins to fall upon the world. At this point, the snow lessens just a bit, enough that you guys can actually enjoy sitting outside for some length of time. In that moment, Arthur, I'm going to pick on you just for perspective, if you will. At this point, you move back towards the car. Kaylin has already crafted something for you guys to eat. You'll see that all these individuals are sitting next to the fire, and for the most part, as you're kind of like walking back from the car, you stop and you'll see that Charlotte is like sitting next to Clint, kind of begging him to be able to color once more. And you're kind of getting a full view of this group. And at this point, what is your thought as you see this group kind of, again, the silhouettes playing off of the fire glow, kind of just shining upon their faces, giving them a little bit of warmth and light? What is your thought about this?
I think it is. It almost kind of puts him in a daze. Because it's like you could take the two images that he sees now and the ones that he used to have of just bonfires, and that being the family get together when times were good and when he could rely on some better memories, and the fight game was strong and his family was all together, and those are the moments, and you can almost kind of take one and put it on top of the other, and see the joy and happiness in both. Like it's the most normal moment he's seen in a while in such a chaotic and in a lot of ways terrible situation and time in everyone's life. And he kind of goes from that regret to sadness to just accepting that, like, hey, in these times things can still be okay and we can still make it through as long as we hang on to stuff like this. And it actually kind of, to the point that it kind of chips away at that regret and kind of strengthens his resolve to move forward, to fix those things rather than just be upset and cast down about them.
Excellent. And so if anybody else has anything else they want to say before we close the scene.
Yeah, the only thing I would want to add is if it's the emotions are, if they're all apparent on Arthur's face, I think Caitlin would try to not talk about it with him, because that's not really the best way to make Arthur feel better. I think is lengthy conversations, but definitely try to meet his eye line and just check in. Like, I'm here. We're all here.
And I would think you intentionally doing that would be the first time you've ever seen, like, not tears in his eyes, but like his eye does have like that wetness to it of like joy, the precursor to like kind of the joyful tears in that situation. Just glistening in the firelight.
And so at this point, as you guys are still talking, gathered around the fire, you'll hear Ezra's guitar playing, and we are going to close that scene. For the next couple of days, traveling is, again, that monotony, that slow pace, trying to find the best path, trying to avoid any snowfall that is too deep, trying to make certain that you guys can survive another day, pausing at any point that looks as though maybe you can find something to assist you, to aid you in this journey. And yet, it's only about 4 days out that you come upon a ridge. The road continues moving forward. You'll see that the region here is filled with flat lands, only broken sparsely by a few hills rolling every now and then. Off in the distance, you can see what would have been St. Louis. You'll notice that you'll see the remnants of the buildings standing like ancient dead-end guardians, kind of looking over this huge, circular pod. The pod begins to, or is bellowing out, kind of like this mist that fills the area, obstructing your view of the city itself proper. But you can see the skeletal fingers, the remnants of these buildings jutting out as though almost grasping, asking for help. But that's not what catches your attention, Arthur. You bring the aluminum falcon to a stop over this ridge because you look out and you can see, again, as I had mentioned, rolling hills, you'll see the plain kind of stretching out, and you're going to see an individual running. The person is running through the snow as quickly as they can. At first, you're not understanding why. Why are they running? But as you move around, trying to avoid that massive crack on the windshield, trying to get a better view, you're going to see what looks like several hound like creatures. They're not wolves per se. Rather, they have almost this elongated head with serrated teeth. You're going to see this tail that almost belongs on an alligator kind of flopping in their backs, and they're running purposefully towards this individual. There's about 3 of them at this moment, chasing this one woman that you see kind of running through the snow. What do you do, Arthur?
You did.
I was getting my thoughts together, guys. Just
Yeah.
give me a second.
It was such an intense moment.
Yeah, things. So are they like running like parallel? Like you said, they're off in the distance.
They're off in the
That's right, from my
distance.
perspective.
She is running ahead of them. This pack is chasing her. You can see that this pack, if it wanted to catch up to her, it definitely could. It seems as though they're toying with her, more so than anything else. These creatures are launching themselves at her, and this poor woman is getting to the point of exhaustion. You'll see that she stumbles every now and then, trying to get up, breathing heavily, pushing herself, running with all that she can, and trying to avoid these creatures. And unlike Clint's previous assessment, where hope is found everywhere, her hope is diminishing per every breath, per every second, every moment that she is here. My question to you is, what do you do in this moment?
He would turn, like, if there's a pathway to kind of get closer and like cut off and like get along the path that she's heading to. He would turn the car to that path and try to almost kind of meet it so that she could kind of get the attention of the individual, and try to kind of trying to get an intersection where she could get to the car and they could keep going if necessary, if there's enough lag between them and the creatures, her and the creatures.
All right, do a drive a car check for me, please.
Jarn, while that is happening, is that weird alien tech I have on my wrist, that what we presume is a communication device, is it doing anything?
I would say that unless you activate it yourself, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything of its own accord. But if you do activate it, you will kind of hear that sound again. The chorus. You'll hear the songs that are being sung by these individuals. These in particular sound like almost like a scratching on a washboard. It doesn't sound natural. It doesn't sound to have like any. Doesn't seem to have any melody. This is the first time you've heard anything like this. This is more bestial than it is any sort of consciousness.
Can I, while I'm listening to that, can I try? I know you said there's not a melody, but can I try to identify patterns within it to see if maybe I could like ascribe that to notes to see what it might be trying to say, using both that and my an ear for the beyond ability.
Sure. Harmonize with alien stuff.
Sweet.
While that is happening, I'm gonna get out the back rear window, roll the window down, and I'm sitting on the window, and I want to get a picture of this person in running, catching this moment.
Gotcha.
64422, John.
I'm sorry, 6442.
22.
All right, so Ezra, you're going to be picking up these sounds, and again, these sounds are very primitive. They're very bestial. This is just the desire for a hunt. You feel in you the need to attack. You're finding yourself being more aggressive. You can feel the tension in you. You just want to slam into something. You just want to hit something. You just want to feel the joy of knocking down something. And at this point, it fills you. I will say with that six, though, you are going to hear another sound. This one was a little more subtle. It sounds like that washboard, but this one does have a melody. The only thing, though, is that this one seems to be controlling or at least commanding, calling the other ones. And yet, as you're looking out there, you don't see any other figure that would kind of fill that. You only see these little, these wolf-like creatures, three of them in particular, kind of chasing after him, but you don't see anything. None of them kind of indicate that there's a leader amongst them. You don't know where the sound is coming from. Clint, take aim, and Arthur, what'd you get?
So you spend a heroism point, just for the record. Although I feel like I'm spending one to try and get one because protecting. I don't know if this counts as protecting a traveler since they're
I'm
at this point.
I'm,
But that's
I'm
how I
down with
get
that.
heroisms. So spending one to get one, hopefully. But 3, 3, 4, 6, 6.
There it is.
So, actually, and Clint, what did you get for take aim?
1, 2.
Okay,
Really gotta get your aim up, buddy.
I'm more of a talker than a photographer, I'll be honest with you.
Clint.
Ironic.
Arthur revs the engine of the aluminum falcon. At this point, you kind of already know what Arthur's coming up with. Again, you've been with him long enough. You know that he is going to be a person that's going to try to protect people and do the best that he can. And you know that this is going to get very sketchy very quickly. You go ahead and you do what you normally do. You want to take pictures. You roll down the window. You'll hear Charlie kind of give off a kind of a stifled little scream. And at this point, you're kind of positioning yourself to take that photo. Arthur, you hit the gas. The aluminum falcon begins to fly, moving along quickly as you're trying to lead a path in between these individuals, trying to protect the girl as much as possible. Arthur, the car slams into one of these creatures, sending it flying as you hit it. The hood of the car is going to take a bit of a dent, but it's not going to hinder the car any further than what it already is. The other two kind of stop
Sorry, bud.
and are sheer in shock as to what's going on. At this point, the young woman kind of looks in sheer surprise at you. River, you'll see this car just show up. You'll see these individuals in the car kind of like looking at you. Again, you've been running through the field this entire time. You are weary, you're tired, you're exhausted. You're at the point of just giving up. What do you do?
They're like a little bit away, right? Or they just stop right in front of me.
Oh no, the car's like literally like you're standing. It's about like 3 feet in front of you. The car's purposely close enough that they could get you in as quickly as possible. And you see that the first of the pack animals gets hit by the car and it gets sent flying into the snow.
I run towards the back door and just like try to get in. Probably
Yeah.
more room back there.
Yeah, I think I'm in the passenger seat probably with Charlotte. So it's the three of you back there.
4 adults in the back of the car. Love it.
I know, this is gonna be crazy. Yeah, you just like hot dog in.
Yeah. Just please help.
So,
Yeah, and yeah, I think Caitlin being the she's encountered this kind of thing before. Get in, it's fine. Arthur, punch it.
as you jump in, you'll see that again, they're going to do the best that they can to accommodate you. It's going to be a bit awkward, a little bit tight. You're throwing yourself on top of strangers, on the mercy of strangers. You're going to see one of them is actually really nice, trying to like comfort you as you jump in. The door closes, and at this point, though, Flint, you're going to take that picture. You're ready. The shot is there. It's this moment of intensity and people showing raw emotion. It's the perfect picture. Ezra, that's when you hear that sound. That, again, that almost melodious sound of a washboard being scratched with purpose. And at this moment, a shadow is cast upon Clint. And looking upwards, you're going to see one of these creatures, much larger, with four giant wings, flapping in the air. You're going to see that this thing is the size of a bear. And from this distance, you're going to see that it goes ahead and spits down towards the car. The acidic uh, yes, the acid splashes onto you, Clint. It begins to eat away at your camera, begins to eat away at your clothing. You can feel your skin beginning to burn. And at this moment, you feel again this pain just filling you up. You are going to be taking 2 damage. And this is where we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Oh,
Okay.
not my hoodie. That's my favorite hoodie. My only
Welcome.
hoodie.
Welcome
We're
to
gonna
the
have to
Blue
get you a new
Falcon River.
hoodie.
Yeah.
Welcome.
please.
And we should be good. Indeed we are. We are golden, Jarn. You are all good to go.
Awesome. At this point, Arthur, you're grabbing onto the wheel of the aluminum Falcon. You go ahead, slam the brakes. The car slides just a bit, and again, you feel that you get that feeling of hitting something. One of the beasts goes flying into the snow in front. You'll see that after a while, it kind of begins to stand up once more. It shakes its head, almost kind of confused. But by this point, you hear the door open up. You hear someone else being added to your car, and you're going to hear Clint begin to cuss out as he begins to demonstrate the fact that he is in pain. At this moment, you're going to see that shadow kind of over on the left-hand side of the car, and looking out the window, you're going to notice the creature that is now flying. It has these almost luminescent, bluish and luminescent wings. It's four pairs of them, or two pairs of them. You're going to see that the thing is as big as a bear, and this thing just goes ahead and screeches out. And so, Arthur, I must ask, what are you going to do?
Can you do the fight under pressure shotgun shot and drive at the same time?
I am going to say, you know what?
You did let me have. You did let me have double barrel car shotgun. You did let me have that.
You land a 6 on drive a car. I will let you take a shot.
Let's go.
We believe in you.
Yeah, I want you to think about it as you're trying to make this decision with the blood curdling scream of Clint almost falling out the window. And I hope somebody's going to grab my leg.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of also have the weight of River on top of you now. I think you're probably forcibly dragging you back into the car. And yeah, absolutely. As soon as there's violence, Caitlin's hoodie goes over Charlotte, and seeing this covering you and smoking, I think Caitlin looks at Bug and indicates the water bottle that we keep in the car. Douse him.
You said to drive the car first, right?
Yep, drive the car. If you land me 1-6, just one.
I just love the idea of like it's chaos. We're all driving, and Bug just throwing a bottle of water all over Clint. Just
Okay, I gotta do the countdown. Are we ready?
Yep.
so ready.
1, 1, 1, 1, 6.
I kind of knew it was coming because you did the countdown, but I was still on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Woo! You know, the first one I thought it was coming. The second one I was like, we're through. Third one, that was it.
So go ahead. You're going to be taking a shot. So I'm going to give you an option because, again, you have two of these beasts that are on the ground that are closer to you. These would be fight under pressure within your vicinity with a shoddy. The one that's up in the air is a bit of, up in the air. It's a bit of a distance. It's going to be more of a take aim. So I'll let you decide which one you want to do.
I think I'll do the fight under pressure just to make sure, especially the one that's close, can not impede us taking off. You kind of make it more of like a take the action, and take off in that kind of simultaneous versus trying to aim upward and all that jazz. Plus, I don't know if it's got like an acid sac that's just going to explode and go all over everybody anyway. So, look, I love how like the large dice pools, and that I just keep rolling specifically under mine. 1, 5, 1, 5, 6.
How much damage does that shoddy do?
It is. Why the hell do I just say? I just put shotgun fully loaded. What the was I prepared for? I'm sorry. I apologize. I was excited. Apparently.
The R-rated version of Herbie fully loaded.
Lex, I was like thinking the same thing. I was like, Herbie, fully loaded, the sequel.
Yeah.
'Cause I think. I mean, I know it's at least 2, but I can't remember if it's 3 or not. Get back to the.
Sawed off shoddy. Uh-oh. Cops in the background. They're on to you with the shoddy.
Oh man!
Never should
Because
have.
it was a sawed off. You can't have the modded. Yeah, that's my bad. That's on me. That's on me. Oh, that's spherical sheets. That's. No, I don't need Felton friendship right now.
Let me see. You got rifle. No weapons.
Double barreled shotgun.
There you go. Double barrel
Yeah,
shotgun.
yeah, yes. 3.
That is
okay,
going
what's
to be
3?
3. You fire off. Again, you fire off the round. At this point, you hear the explosion. Charlotte screeches out. Again, the sound is very loud as you're kind of holding out the shotgun from the window while you're turning the wheel. And at this point, you're going to see that the creature, one of the wolves, the shot goes off, and in the next instance, you're going to see that half of it is missing. This thing is just like wobbling for a moment. You're going to see that this kind of darkish blood begins to pour out. And you'll see that as soon as it touches the snow, steam begins to like build up around it. And you just take off, pulling away the aluminum falcon, driving towards your right, trying to make it back to the road. At this point, you're going to see that overhead, though, the shadow is following the car. And at this moment, I'm going to need everybody. What are you going to be doing in this moment as this monster is going to be chasing the vehicle? You'll notice that the other 2 hounds kind of go ahead and coordinate themselves. And at this point, they begin to chase the car as well. They're not as fast as what's flying overhead, but given any time or any bumps in the road, they're probably going to catch up.
I do want to
Oh, go ahead.
confirm. I pulled Clint in, poured the water over him, and be like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" Muted.
Why I don't even remember muting myself this time. So, yeah, Clint screams as he's pulled into the car. You douse him with the water. Hopefully, Atlas can let me know if that actually is causing it to stop doing damage.
Bug, be the boss.
Hey.
And I'll give you a +1 die roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Let's see. I got a 3 and a 2.
Bummer.
Clint, the water falls on your face. It does soothe some of the pain, but the water kind of washes over you and it just causes more pain in places you weren't expecting. And at this point, you just kind of feel it getting under your shirt, beneath your collar. And again, it's just really painful. You're going to be taking another point of damage.
Okay. I am going to. It's going to take me time to get back. I know that I have to get into a position to protect everybody, but it's going to take me time to peel the flak jacket off, pull the hoodie off, and take the flannel off. I got to get these clothes off first. So that's what my first round is going to be.
And we have someone in our laps.
Yeah, I feel like I might be dying in this moment. So like, hi new adventurer, I'm dying and screaming. So I don't
Do
even
get a
I don't
seat
even
now,
pick.
an official seat now.
No, you do not. There were 3 people in the back.
Yeah,
So,
we
like,
already
there
had
are-
one too many.
Yeah, we were already filled 1 too many to begin with. So like, I think at this point, as I am on, so you're hot dog and I'm double dog on top of you at this point, and I'm squirming, and I'm probably have kicked you at least once with a pair of boots as I'm like peeling off the a flak jacket that has a giant press on the front of it. I'm unstrapping it. I know what I have to do. It's gonna take me around to do it. So let's see what everybody else does.
Ezra.
I want to. Ezra just
Yeah,
nods,
where
and Ezra's in the back behind the driver's seat, and he looks down at that wrist thing he has, thinking about the sounds he heard and seeing if I can somehow harmonize and manipulate this tech to send out a signal that we are not the Corey they're after. That we're like just some kind of like cease, desist. We are not the droids you're looking for, kind of thing. Not force, obviously, but like trying to get that sound out through this thing that we kind of understand to be a communication device.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what Kaylin is trying to communicate as well. She's got, Charlotte to her chest, and she reaches out her other hand to you, and she is locked eyes with you.
And I'm
You can do it.
I'm gonna spend a heroism while I gain a heroism because I'm experimenting with tech I don't understand to try to harmonize with this tech to make this happen.
Sure, as the Atlas, please go ahead and feel free to call out your skills. Which gambit you're going to be playing. Go for it.
Jarn, you're being replaced.
Yeah.
And sorry, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was a pleasure.
If you don't mind, Jarn, we're trying to play a game.
Sorry. I'll mute myself right now. Don't worry about it, guys.
Hey, Atlas, because I chose violence, do I get my heroism point back?
Yes.
Atlas,
Okay, I was just checking.
Atlas, because I made things worse because of my inadequacy, which is being reckless, do I get a heroism point?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
There it
guys. I do apologize. I'm not the Atlas. You gotta ask a little bit.
Ezra,
she
get your shit together.
Yeah, because I was asking if I was taking a moment to care about Ezra. Did I get a heroism point?
Yes, actually, you do.
You're damn
I
right
guess-
I do.
Since we're all doing it, Atlas, because I'm the cause of this misfortune of these people that have immediately helped me, can I get a heroism point for my inadequacy?
You know what? Yes. Yes, you do.
What a crew.
There
a
it
crew.
is. There it is.
Bug, I'm not going to leave you
Atlas.
out. Yes, you get one. You get one.
I'm so
You
sorry.
get one.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. We gotta play the
that was
game
in
this way.
character. River's just trying to like move out of the way to make herself as small as possible, so as to allow everything else to occur around her.
So what'd you roll, Ezra?
665523.
Let's go.
So at this point, you connect with the machine. It kind of comes to life as you purposefully try to use it. At this moment, the machine, you're again mechanical bio parts that are just combined together. You don't exactly know how it works or how it functions, and if this thing ever breaks, you don't even know how to put it together. You don't even think Bug could figure this out. And for the most part, you make it come to life. And again, you don't even know how. But as you do, you feel that overwhelming sense of the cacophony that is coming around you, the sounds that are radiating not only from the nearby base, again, which is several miles away, but also specifically to the sounds that are here in front of you, the sounds of the washboards that are being scratched upon. And at this moment, you attempt to try to go ahead and quail those sounds. Those sounds are, again, they're brutally savage. They just want to destroy. They just want to attack. They're aggressive. And you almost begin to play, adding your own tone to it, trying to calm them down, trying to lessen the sound. And at this point, you actually conceive that perhaps you can override the sounds of the one that's in the air, and you begin to play that sound loudly. At this point, you're going to see that the two on the ground behind us, Arthur, you're kind of looking at the rear view, right? And you're going to see that the two creatures stop. Like they slow down and they stop, and they're just kind of like looking confused, looking around. And at this point, the one that's actually up in the air begins to kind of, you'll see that it falls back a bit, the shadow removing itself from the top of the car. It begins to kind of like fall back, and you'll see it almost like stops. It tries to chase you for a moment. It just turns. It kind of flies in the air in a circular pattern, kind of trying to understand what's going on. Why isn't it able to communicate to the others? And in that confusion, you're able to get some distance between yourself and the creatures.
Whatever you're doing, Ezra, don't stop now.
It's amazing.
I think we found some hope and a prayer. Fuck, am I starting to feel things?
Let's keep living on it.
I would have something to say if I wasn't in total agony right now.
Not your time, acid boy.
And Arthur, I am going to need one last drive a car.
All right. That's 3 5s and a 1.
Okay.
Ezra, as you are messing around with that machine trying to calm down the hounds that are after you, you're going to hear or pick up another sound. This one almost as though this is like a clacking sound, almost like a broken tambourine that's just being beat over and over again. And at first you didn't even realize it. It sounded so far away, but then you begin to hear it getting louder and louder. And at this point, you don't know why. You're looking around. You're almost afraid. You're like, this thing should be somewhere around here. It should be visible. In the next instance, Arthur, as you're driving, the ground beneath the car splits open. You'll see that the aluminum falcon goes ahead, hits the mound as the earth is being churned. You're going to see this giant shell come out of the ground. It looks almost like a crab. This thing begins to stand up tall. It's huge. And the car goes ahead, hits it. And in the next instance, as the car is flying through the air, it turns and the car comes crashing down. You'll hear the windows of the aluminum falcon break and burst. You're going to hear the sound of metal crunching, and in the next instance, all of you are going to be blacking out.
Fuck.
Great.
Cool.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Caitlin,
Game sequence. Oh.
Can we play taps for the Aluminum Falcon?
I mean, we need a bigger car
Caitlin.
anyway.
No,
Yes.
it's fine.
True.
Falcon's fine.
Yes, I'm here.
Fine, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? We rolled this thing twice before we met you.
Exactly.
Caitlin, at this point, what is a memory, or what is a memory that plays back to you? Something that haunts you. Something though that you probably tried to put away. Something that you don't ever really want to revisit. Yet it's always there in the back of your head. When you're alone in those dark nights with your thoughts, you usually put on some music, you put any sort of distraction so that memory doesn't bubble up. What is that memory?
So, Caitlin's 19. At college. Finally away from her family for the first time. And she met a boy in her creative writing class who, against all odds, actually tolerated her to the point of wanting to be her boyfriend. And they're sitting on the bed, just two kids writing poetry, hanging out. And Caitlin's brother comes in. He charmed or intimidated his way past the front desk, GRA, whatever. He's 9 years older than her. And he tells her that her mom has to have her foot amputated because of the diabetes that she got when she was pregnant with Caitlin. And that it's time to go home. And this boy shrinks away very quickly. He's not equipped to deal with this confrontation. He's certainly not equipped to have a long-distance relationship. And whatever confidence Caitlin gained in the last year and a half, a broken finger drains that out of her quick. And she spends too little time gathering the too little that she has into garbage bags. And before too long, she's back at home. We take care of her. She'll try to get away a couple more times. Most things.
You don't really understand why that memory was dredged up. But just the weight of it, it just so disturbs you. You begin to open up your eyes. You've been sleeping. You don't remember sleeping. You feel something wet. As you look around, you realized that, thankfully, you had actually gone ahead and put up your safety belts. You're still hanging upside down. You have Charlotte in your arms. But you'll notice that the top of the car has been caved in a bit. As you start looking around, you notice that the other passengers of your caravan are inside of the car in different states. Some moaning, calling out names of individuals that they've forgotten. Others are quiet, kind of huddled in the position that they landed in. At this point, you'll hear a soft cough coming from Charlotte, and you'll see that she herself kind of looks a little bumped up and bruised, but no worse for wear. She's clinging onto you, and this entire time you hear her sobbing. She looks at you, and you see her eyes are just red, and tears are just falling out. And she's just like, What happened? What happened? Where's Arthur?
Is he not beside us?
He is, but again, he's kind of a bit of on the unconscious side right now.
Let me see. Okay. Charlotte, honey. This is big girl time. You know what big girl time is, right?
You see that she goes ahead and she throws herself back onto you, trying to hug onto you, trying to like bury her head into you. I don't want to be a big girl.
Okay. Okay. I'll be a big girl then. All right. Honey, I'm not strong enough to hold you. I'm gonna set you down in this seat. You're gonna sit there. Okay? I promise you. I'm gonna take care of everybody. Okay?
You'll see that it takes her a while, but finally she concedes and she shakes her head. Again, she's still crying. She hasn't stopped, and at this point, she allows you to go ahead and move her. You see that she goes ahead.
Until Arthur wakes up.
Blue flowers. And she starts just repeating the lines over and over again, trying to keep the tune of the song.
Yeah.
You're able to set her. I was
Yeah.
going to say you're able to set her down. And at this point, you're just kind of still hanging upside down. You feel your hair over your head. Again, something wet is on your face. You don't know exactly what. Uh, and then you'll see like your hoodie is trying to move to DEFCON 5, but it's not there just yet.
All right. Well, if we're upside down, I've got to unclip. And she's below me now.
Correct.
Okay. And I will open the door first. Okay, honey, make a path for me. This isn't going to be pretty. You can laugh all you want when I fall, okay?
And you'll see that she nods, and then she goes ahead and she crawls out into the snow. And
Go. All right. You count me 1, 2, 3, okay?
1,
1, 2,
2, 3.
click. And I do what I can to not bust my ass as I fall.
You're not going to take any physical damage from it, but you are going to feel, again, you're going to feel a little bit of a bruise as you impact. You feel the blow. But at this point, you kind of like let out the oxygen in your lungs. It takes you a moment. You're able to go ahead and focus in, and we are able to go ahead and start breathing again as per normal. It's going to hurt probably later on. Right now, though, your adrenaline is kicking. You're not going to take that much damage from that.
I'm starting with Arthur first, just because he's the strongest. And
You'll see.
Yeah, go over to the other side of the car.
You'll see that Arthur's still clinging on. Again, his seatbelt having kind of put on or harnessed on. You'll see that he's still dangling. He seems knocked out. You'll see that blood is just kind of pouring down his head at this point, and you begin to realize that that might be the same thing that happened to you.
All right, in that case, I will just grab a handful of snow. I'm like, cold, something cold. If nothing else, it'll slow the bleeding down. And just onto Arthur's head. And if it wakes him up, great, but at least it's trying to do something to shrink his blood vessels.
Be the boss. And I'll give you an additional die, by the way.
Lovely. Three 5s and a 2.
Arthur, it's going to take you a while, but eventually you start kind of coming to. You don't exactly know what happened. You just know that right now the world seems a little bit off. And you're going to be feeling a lot of hurt. You're actually going to be taking 2 damage. At this point, as you feel that coldness from the ice being put on your face, you kind of snap to, and you're like looking around again. Everything is silent, but you hear that ring sound, and you're trying to put things together. The world seems just a little distorted, a little off. But thankfully, you see Caitlin's face, and you'll see her face is just kind of out of focus, but over time, it begins to focus in.
Hey.
Yeah, I think you were kind of gone through the motions, and I mean, who knows what concussions feel like anyway. But as he's coming to with the snow in his face, he actually would have not realizing where he is in the moment that he's in. Caitlin, instead, you would have heard, God damn it, Dolores, I'm trying. What time is it? What?
Sledgehammer, it's time to move.
Caitlin?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell happened?
I don't know. We got flipped up something bad.
Am I upside down?
For now,
Oh, shit.
we gotta clear everybody out of this car. I don't see smoke yet, but I don't trust it.
Or he would kind of tuck his head and reach for the belt and try to unclip himself and, fall into it with kind of the roll to the side where Caitlin's not in the passenger side anymore.
Yeah, you'll fall onto the ceiling of the aluminum falcon. At this point, you're going to see that the ceiling itself has like a puncture in it, and you barely avoid getting cut along the warped metal that's there now.
All right, he would back out instead of trying to climb over if that's the case. If it's, I assume it's between.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, he'll try to back out, feet first through the window and pull himself out before, going to the. First he would look around and be like, "Where, Caitlin? Where's Charlotte?"
Oh,
She's on the other side of the door.
I was gonna say that as soon as Charlie gets the indication that Arthur is awake, she's going to run towards you and she's going to body you the moment that you are able to stand up.
As I say, yeah, he probably would kind of still be, sitting against the car and capture because he was going to kind of just roll and look into the rear window and start kind of acting. But he would embrace it, be like, "Are you all right, little one?"
You'll see that she just starts bawling and she's like, "Ah, what's happening?"
Know that yet? We'll have to figure it out. But I need you to get ready to hammer down, right? I need you to stand up, and you need to be ready to fight right now, okay? I know you're sad, I know you're confused, but this is fight time. You understand?
She is going to almost per verbatim repeat what she told Caitlin. She's going to dig her face into your leg and she's going to say, "I'm not a big girl. I'm not a big girl." And she is going to cling tightly onto you.
And he'll kind of not like rip her off him, but he'll, grab hold and sternly and kind of pull her up to him and be like, "Charlotte, you are a big girl and you've been through a lot, but I need your help getting the rest of our friends right now. You can take a breath. You got 5 more seconds. I need you to stand up and be ready. I'll give you those 5 seconds, but from then on, we gotta go. The bell's about to ring, you understand?"
You'll see that she, whether or not she understands, she is just shaking her head and she doesn't want to. But give me one quick moment, Arthur.
Hmm?
Bug. You have worked on vehicles before. You have done a lot with machines, and there's that certain smell, which is usually when oil begins to burn. It's one of those smells that's very peculiar. It kind of surrounds the car, the vehicles, and usually when that happens, either you turn off the engine as quickly as possible, or you hope against all possible odds that that car does not ignite in fire. As you feel the weight of people on top of you, you kind of start stirring too. And again, that smell is what actually gets you up. That's the smells of wait, something is off at this point. You begin looking around and you're going to see that Clint, as well as Ezra and this newcomer, are literally piled in the back seat right on top of you. At this moment, you're going to realize that you're not in the seat itself, you're on the ceiling.
Okay. Bug, well, it's kind of disoriented. She'll call out, "Hello? Are we alive? Who's alive? Hello?"
Caitlin and Arthur, you both begin to hear Bug calling out.
Yeah, I can't wait anymore. I smell it too. It's time. Um, so yeah, whenever Arthur can step in, great. But she's just going to move on to the next person, which I think Ezra was behind Arthur. I mean, everybody's all jumbled up now, but whatever. Throws open the passenger side and just starts dragging whoever she can out.
I'll try to reach towards Caitlin and be like, "Caitlin, we gotta go. It doesn't smell good. It doesn't
No.
smell. It's not good."
All right, come on.
So For everyone that's going to be dragged out by Arthur and Caitlin, I will let you decide if you guys gain consciousness and if you react to their pulling you. At this point, you're in a jumbled mess. You feel, again, pain all over you. Clint, you specifically, you're still feeling that burning sensation, although it's probably dulled now by another pain that has erupted within your body. And River, you took a sore. I mean, you literally just kind of like jumped into a car and got jumbled up right now playing a bad game of Twister where everybody failed. So you get the choice. As you guys are being pulled up by Caitlin and Arthur, how you guys wake up or how you guys gain consciousness, or if you guys are still knocked out.
I think River is like probably from just the exhaustion of having run. This is just like the last straw. I don't see River gaining consciousness for a little bit.
Aw.
Just like
Fair?
yeah.
I think as oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ezra.
Oh, as Ezra's getting pulled out, he's coming in and out of consciousness. Sebastian, it's Labor Day. No, I get to sleep in today. Leave me alone. And like hits at the arm trying to drag him out, like not fully understanding what's going on. Probably a little concussed. But what's a concussion between friends?
Atlas, did we take any more damage?
Yes, everybody is going to be taking an additional round of damage.
Yay!
Okay. So that's 4 for me.
Sure is.
Shatter.
Again.
Roll a d6.
Clint?
Roll a 1d6 and hope for a 6.
All right. Two.
All right, so you are worsening.
I think Clint snaps awake. He doesn't kind of come into consciousness like everybody else does. It's not a slow thing. It's a sudden snap awake. And I'm looking around quickly, noticing that I'm in danger. Just near me, in a jumbled mess, is the flak jacket with the handle of the pistol still there. I think Clint grabs the pistol and pulls it out of the holster on the front of the flak jacket, pulls himself out of the car, stands wide-eyed, holding a shirtless, with a pistol in his hand, and he's pointing it at the closest person to him.
Caitlin,
Yep.
you see Clint standing out. Again, he's covered in blood as well, and you're going to see that he stands out. He just has like this wide expression, like just sheer shock and surprise, and at this point he's pointing his gun right at you.
Clint, it's over. It's okay.
It's just heavy breathing.
We made it. Live another day.
Clint exhales. And he lowers the gun. Lets it fall to the grass next to him. And I think he just slumps down, leaning his back against the car, and just stares off into the middle distance, like disappearing from where everybody else can see him. And he just breathes, and it's heavy, and his eyes are wide. It is adrenaline coursing through his veins. He's in so much pain in many different ways. And he hears Caitlin's voice echoing in his head. We made it. We're still alive. And he looks down at his shirtless form, and he sees scars, a bullet wound in the shoulder, the knife cut in his arm, and he begins to laugh.
You're a slick son of a bitch. Couldn't hurt me.
Fucking cold.
Well, whose fault is that?
Gonna say it was probably the bear. Or whatever that thing was.
It's then when Ezra kind of starts waking up. I never thought I'd choose the man in the bear versus man conversation. Ugh.
Bug will yell out, "Guys, we gotta get out of here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh.
Wait, we need to get...
We don't have a lot of time.
We need to get any supplies we can before.
We gotta do it quick. This car might blow up."
Great, I'm gonna do something reckless and climb back in the car.
I figured that was coming, honestly.
Before all that occurs, before you actually dash back into the car, Bug, as soon as you make you kind of say that out loud. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. That's when you're going to feel the ground stirring again, and you're going to see from the massive hole that is now that the car had ramped up, you're going to see it shifting once more, and you're going to see this carapace begin to pop over the hole. You're going to see that it has like these long antennae, several of them, each of them with little nodules on top of them, kind of hinting at the fact that that might be the way that they perceive things. That's like their eyes. And you're going to see that the eyes are all looking at you at this point. This thing begins to stand up to its full size, and you're going to see that this thing is easily over like 8 feet tall. The thing is huge, and it has these massive claws. And you see that this thing kind of turns over towards you and is looming over you for a moment.
I'm still in the car. Ezra's still in the car as well, and Clink jumped in, and so is River. Is that the situation?
I thought we had all gotten pulled out.
We'd all gotten dragged out.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arthur. Yeah, would have been pulling people out. Yeah, especially River.
Okay,
When she's completely unconscious, he would have pulled her a little bit away from the car.
Okay, so Clint is jumping in.
Oh yeah, I gotta go back in.
Guys, we gotta run.
You'll see that the crab moves. It begins to click its claws, and in the next instance, it goes to begin reaching towards the group. What is it that you guys do?
I gotta get my book, and I gotta get my camera.
I need my
car.
I need my guitar. If it's not completely broken.
Yeah, if my camera's not completely destroyed, because it was in my hands when this whole thing kicked off.
Yeah.
So I don't mind you running in for your stuff, but there is a giant crab monster attacking you guys, so get ready.
Oh yeah, this is what happens when you make me shatter. I literally, my inadequacy is recklessness, so it's all recklessness. It's turtles all the way down, baby.
So I know what you're reaching for. I understand how important Clint's items are to him, and I'm not prepared to be the one to make him leave them behind. So I think Caitlin, in that moment, as Clint dives into the car, she looks at you, Ezra. I'll go with the guitar, and I'll get him back. Just go.
For the first time, you see Ezra look like he's feeling some kind of way about something. Usually he's just so blasé. And his brow furrows, and he looks at the device on his wrist and at the crab, and he shakes his head. No, you get the stuff, they run. Let me try to figure this out. I'm the only one who can. And he, stands up slowly and limps a couple steps, playing with this device, looking at this crab, seeing if he can find any way to influence it.
You're going to notice that as you begin to try to mess around with the device is going to. You're going to see that it actually ignites. You'll see sparks coming off of it, and at this point, you don't know what's wrong. It seems that the device might have been damaged.
Sure. I'm gonna attempt to do something anyway.
All right, be the boss.
Okay, I'll spend a heroism on that because I have 0. Be the boss.
I got faith in you.
That makes
All
one
you
of
need is
us.
1 6.
That makes one of
One of
us.
those two to be a 6. Yes.
A 3 and a 2. That is a big old no.
Oh.
So at this point, you're going to see that Ezra, as you begin to walk forward, trying to do something, you're looking at the machine on your hand, on your wrist. Again, this thing just doesn't seem to be functioning. You'll see small sparks kind of go off, and you can't even tell. I will say, as you're looking at it, you almost see like the membrane from the biological portion almost kind of like swelling and moving over slowly of its own accord onto the mechanical portion. You don't know exactly what's happening right now at this moment, but you look towards this crab, you're trying, or this thing, and you're trying to, again, impose your will on it, trying to make it understand, trying to perhaps have a communication with it. And in the next instance, this thing is going to go ahead and grab you. You feel your body, okay, get pinched really hard at this point. You can even feel like your muscles like popping here and there. You can feel your body being crushed, and you are going to be taking 2 damage.
Does my armor apply for this from Xenotourist?
Oh, yes, it does. What's your armor?
1.
You'll take 1 damage.
Score. I knew that would come in handy.
At this point, you guys will see that Ezra is being lifted up into the air by this crab, and you'll see that the crab kind of brings Ezra closer, as in almost investigating. But you'll see that its other claw kind of twitches and clicks, and you don't know how long Ezra is going to be there before it decides to close its claw completely.
I'm not going to scream because I'm in an apartment, but when that happens, Ezra screams out in pain and just yells at Caitlin, "Run!"
Bad idea, run!
This is such a bad idea. Why'd you let me do this?
Yeah.
Caitlin, I thought you were supposed to be the smart one.
Yeah, I told you were the center of this universe.
Right. To be fair, I did tell him to leave.
Indeed, she did.
It's not my idea for him to stay.
You told him. You didn't make him leave. Telling him doesn't mean anything.
So I would say, given that Clint is diving in the car, Kayla's trying to get Clint. River is just unconscious. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Usually I drive a little bit better where I let Bug drive. He would point. You look at Bug and point to Charlotte and say, "Run, now." Like more like intense and serious than you'd seen Arthur in any other situation. And he would try. I mean, I don't know if there's anything on the ground, like the shotgun still remains, or rock, or anything. But he would try to find.
Bug will take Charlotte and toss you my last grenade. Please, save Ezra. Caitlin, Clint, let's go.
And then he's going to take the opposite route away from the car, and be yelling out loud at the crab, trying to cause a commotion to get the attention, as well as he's going in the opposite direction of the car and where Bug is running with Charlotte.
Be the boss. And I do apologize, Ezra. You're going to be taking 2 damage. It would have been 3 total. My apologies.
Okay.
All right. Well, I got 2, 3, 2, 6.
Come on. Let's
There
go.
it is.
I'm sweating over here.
Arthur, you go ahead. You're trying to get the attention of this thing. You're going to see that as you begin to call out its, trying to get its attention, call out to it. You'll have the grenade, Bug's grenade in hand, and at this point, you'll see that this thing turns its eye stalks towards you. It begins to kind of move with the rest of its lower legs outside of the hole, kind of showing the immense size. This thing is like the size of a bus. This thing begins to move towards you, and at this moment, you're going to see that it still has Ezra. Ezra is crying out in pain as this thing is still hasn't clenched completely its claw. It's holding on to Ezra, and at this moment, it begins to move away from the remains of the aluminum falcon, and it's chasing you. But at this point, you're several yards out in, away from the aluminum falcon. Arthur, you're going to toss this grenade. You know that chances are, if this thing is heading towards you, it's a bus driving right at you.
Yeah.
That grenade will either bounce and ricochet and hit you as well, or it's going to catch you in the impact. That is it. There's no other way. There's no other thing you can do. The only thing that you can hope for is that the impact will hit the crab well enough, the monster well enough, that Ezra will not get affected, and Ezra will at least be released. And you're hoping for the best here. Go ahead and describe how you prepare for this.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of goes into the moment where it's panic, and the nervous really set in, just like it always used to, like right up until the bell rang and it was time to go. And in that moment, he's, kind of taking a stance. He was trying to get the attention. He wanted, almost like he wanted, Ezra to get dropped, and if whether he got picked up or whatever it was, to get closer to this thing's mouth or whatever it is. But when given this on an option, it's just following him. He just, gets into the best stance that he can to stand his ground, to give himself the best opportunity to get ready to throw it, like in a way that is just like you described. Like it saves Ezra as much as possible, keeps him out of danger as much as he already is in, but also is trying to inflict as much damage to take out a leg or whatever this thing has, or even its damn eyes, whatever he can take. But he's made the decision to stand the ground, and he knows that he may not save Ezra himself, but if he doesn't do anything, then they're both food anyway. So it's not even really a prayer. It's just a fuck this. I go out on my own terms if that's the case type of stance and situation.
God damn, get yourself a heroism point, bro.
But to be clear, Arthur, just a question. You don't throw it. Do you actually throw it?
Well, so he was like, the idea was to at least even get closer or get picked up, but given that he doesn't think he has time as described, I'm going off how the Atlas has described it at this point, like that he doesn't have a choice but to throw it. So,
the thing is moving towards you. I'm just describing this as the size of a bus rushing towards you, 45 miles an hour. This thing is moving fast. You have a grenade in hand. You literally could just stand there and take the impact as he crashes into you. Or you could toss it. Your choice.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
there's always another
the option.
I have another option.
Oh, do you?
I just need to, but I need you to make a decision. I cannot do anything until you make a decision. Do you hold the grenade and wait, or do you throw it?
I think honestly at that point, he is going to. I think he would wait and hold it and pull the pin like right as impact was about to happen.
Perfect. If you'll allow me, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. It's so exciting. Scramble into the car. I'm searching for, and I find the book, and I tuck it away. And position where I'm at. I see Caitlin climbing in the other way, but then I look past Caitlin and see Arthur getting ready to do something stupid and reckless. And I don't think I move. I crawl past Caitlin quickly and I run. I get up on my feet and I am running. And I run to you, Arthur. And what I want to do is I want to snatch that grenade out of your hand. I don't know if you would, I think you're so locked in on what's about to happen that maybe you notice it, maybe you don't. I can't run this for you. You have agency in this moment.
Yeah.
But I have a plan, and it's a bad one.
You know what? Call high or low.
I'm gonna go low. You've been rolling high all night.
Well, now I get a 1, so there you go.
Okay. I snatch the grenade out of your hand, and I run directly towards this creature. Seeing that you were in that moment of panic, what I want to do is I want to scream at this creature, "Hey! Over here, you ugly piece of shit!" And I would like to use... I have to wait to figure out what the roll is, but if I line this up correctly, I think I know what it's going to be. Atlas, is this a fight under pressure?
I mean, you're screaming out. I don't know if you're fighting under pressure. I would say talk it out. And you're just screaming at this thing, trying to get its attention.
I would like to use my ability, a cheap trick and a cheesy one-liner. Instead of once per encounter, when you fight under pressure, roll your be the boss or talk it out strength instead. So instead of Arthur taking it, I now can do a 5d6 roll because I have 4 in talk it out.
Go for it.
I would also like to use my heroism point that I just got to make it a 6d6. We'll see how it goes, boys and girls. If I don't make this roll,
1s, 2s, and 3s.
It's been a pleasure playing with everybody.
Excellent, yeah.
1, 2, 2, 2, 6. And I am going to underhand that grenade, and I'm just going to turn and run. I love you, Ezra.
Uh-huh. I'm
So
pretty
it's like a nice underhand lob right into the shell.
You begin to move back in through the snow, and at this point, it only takes a few seconds, a few breaths of your time. In that moment, Ezra screaming in pain, and you hear the explosion coming from behind you. You hear the screeching sound as this monster kind of stops in its tracks. You're going to see that several of its legs have been blown, and this thing kind of stumbles for a moment. But this also causes pain to Ezra as it begins to close its claws as well around its body, his body. And at this moment, you think, sadly, this is the end for Ezra. There's not much else you can do. This thing is going to kill him. Ezra.
Uh-huh.
What is your last thought before you just see darkness?
It is probably I'm replaying the fight he had with Sebastian the day of the invasion, which is why Sebastian left to go get supplies. So our last words together were this, like, really ugly fight.
It's the worst type of memories to have, but it's the most impactful. The ones that alter our lives in ways that we were not exceeding or expecting, the ones that linger with us. And at this moment, you feel blood coming up into your mouth. Your lungs are burning. Your body is at this moment to the point of pain that you're going to be knocked out.
Cool.
And that is when all of you hear the first shots being taken. You'll see that the crab goes ahead and turns, and you'll see that it almost like the shots hit, impacting the crab's shell. You'll see pieces of it flying off, and in the next instance, a flurry of gunfire begins to almost fall upon as a halo upon this crab, and you're going to see that the crab turns around, throwing Ezra's body, trying to find what is attacking it. It begins to move, but again, due to the impact of the grenade, it doesn't move very far. In the next instance, you're going to see a group of individuals coming out from a nearby hill, kind of reaching the top of it, just blasting away at the crab. The crab begins to move forward, trying to take out at least one of these individuals, but it falls short. In the next instance, the crab crashes into the ground, snow being sprayed around it, and at this moment, the gunfire does not stop until they are certain it's dead. You're going to see several individuals, all of them wearing, again, heavy coats, masks or their faces, just blasting away at the crab. Eventually, you'll see that their gunfire stops, and at this point, they begin to investigate the crab, and you'll see that these individuals begin to move towards you. One of them takes off their hood, and you'll see that she removes the mask. You'll see a young face, red with the cold that is out here. You'll see that she has these bright green eyes, and she's just like, "Are you okay? Is there anything that you can... Are you fine? Sadly, we couldn't get here anytime sooner. We had seen the whole event occur."
I'm going to,
Which-
before that all happened, I was going to jump on Ezra. Yeah, I assume he got tossed, right?
He got tossed.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to throw my body on top of Ezra as this whole thing goes down, assuming that I was going to take the damage from the grenade. I want to, as I start hearing voices, I'm going to look down. Is Ezra still with us?
His breath is coming in rasps. You can see his chest moving, but every time it does, his body stirs with some pain.
And I'm just going to exhale. As I'm going to just, it's almost like a whisper in Ezra's ear, but it's just me saying, "Still fucking here."
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, "I'm still fucking here."
Yeah, and I think Caitlin's running up as well. She was swearing a blue streak. But then seeing these people, if she has time, and it's okay if not, paramilitary force, fighting the aliens. Her only thought, she's been thinking about this since she talked with Rosemary. If I can, I'm going to rip the communicator off of Ezra's wrist and punch it into the snow to try to hide it.
Okay. Actually, Ezra, let me ask you a question. This communicator, does it easily come off of you, or have you become too attached to it?
I think it easily comes off. I mean, I don't think I know enough about it for it to have, like, bonded or fused me. I don't feel like I have a symbiotic connection to it yet or anything. If that's
Gotcha.
even remotely
Alright.
what's going on. I mean, because I don't know its full parameters and use is kind of where my headspace is at.
Kaylin goes ahead, removes it from you, and quickly stuffs it into the snow.
And then we can be approached. And I think I know who this is. Do I know who this is, Jordan?
No, actually.
Ooh, okay, you got me. I was hoping I knew who it was. Okay, continue.
You're going to see that the individuals begin to like swarm, and again, they're keeping their eye on the crab, just making certain that it is dead. And at this point, once a few of them kind of remain back, several of the other ones, there's like 6 in total, begin to move towards the group. And at this point, you'll see that they kind of rush over, and they're like holding up their hands. "We don't mean any harm towards anyone. If you want to, can we please investigate anyone that's hurt or harmed? We have medical supplies."
Yeah, these two. And,
I roll onto my back. Does medical supplies include cigarettes?
don't listen to him. I got a girl back here. She's passed out as well.
All right, so I rolled a 6. Yes, it does have cigarettes.
Clint is touched by the angels, y'all.
He really is.
Well, this is what happens when you have to be reckless. And so I give Ezra a little forehead kiss as I roll over onto my back, and I'm laying in the snow now, shirtless. It's not what it looks like.
It's exactly what it looks like, viewers.
And I'm laying on my back, and I mutter that, and then my hand is just waving. I'm like waving for someone to put a cigarette in it.
Not that they would know that immediately, but you'll see that they go ahead. The medics kind of come around. You'll see that they open up like a military grade medical bag, and at this point they start producing all sorts of antiseptics, bandages, things like that. And at this point, they begin to treat anyone that wants to be treated. You'll see that at this moment, the woman, she has brown hair. She keeps it tied back. She kind of like looks over towards the group and she's just like, sorry, I'm Jesse. We had seen your vehicle actually driving out in the snow. We had followed you for a while, just trying to see where you were going, and we're hoping to intercept you before you would have gotten to, well, whatever's happening in St. Louis right now. Thankfully, though, you weren't taken in.
Is this to me, or who's this to?
Just towards Caitlin. Caitlin seems to be like the focal point right now.
Yeah. You did what you could. Who are y'all?
We're with the Mercana militia.
All right. Well, I'm Caitlin, formerly of the Aluminum Falcon, but she's seen better days.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to put that one back together. But come on, I think you and your comrades want to get out of the snow and cold. We could take you back to our place.
And I'm gonna take a gamble here as we're looking over this girl who we don't know her name, unfortunately, but I will take a gamble here, and I will reach out for Jesse's hand, and I say, there's 3 of us girls now. She's just 5. Is it going to be a safe place for us where we're going?
You'll see that she looks at you and she nods. Safer than being out here and safer than being over there. And she points once more towards, again, the remains of St. Louis.
That's all we got. Bug?
Bug is a little further away from the group, still with Charlotte, if she'd allow it. Trying to discern based on body language if it's okay if it's an okay group.
Everybody's alive.
Yeah, Arthur would have focused on that after seeing obviously what happened and looking at the grenade, everything, his hand that doesn't have a grenade in it now, and then obviously everything that transpires, and everybody kind of coming in, and he would look over towards where Bug was and kind of give the wave back as he was actually walking back over to the Aluminum Falcon, kind of a little disconnected, but he reaches going back in to try and grab his hat and to see if he can salvage the boxing glove air freshener that was on the mirrors.
Poetic, man. God damn.
You'll see that the individuals go ahead, and if you desire it, they're not going to force themselves to assist you. But if you desire it, they will help you kind of recover whatever they can from the aluminum falcon. But they're not going to be pressed upon to kind of help getting the aluminum falcon back to working order. It's just not going to be possible at this time. And so, if you have anything that you want them to kind of help you carry, bear with you, any of the um, materials and items that you found, they're more than happy to help you out with that. At this point, you're going to see that through the snow, you're going to see like these two pickup trucks kind of driving through the snow. And at this point, you're going to see that they have enough space for you in the back of the pickup truck and whatnot to be able to carry all of you as well as your items.
Yeah, I think Caitlin wants to see, like, if she politely tells one of these guys what to do, how are they gonna react to that? You know, like, could you please grab this can of fuel? Do you mind, picking this up? Just to see if they're, like, standoffish or if they're helpful.
No, you'll actually see that the others, aside from Jesse, kind of have or act as though they are following authority. And so at this point, they'll say, "Of course, ma'am." And with that, they'll go ahead and try to help you out.
So as they're doing that, because Clint, you said you got the book. I don't think you got the camera, right?
That's correct. I did not get the camera. I do not know the fate of the camera.
So I will go back into the back seat and get the flak jacket and the camera.
Clint, roll a 1d6. Aim for 6. Aim for 6.
What's the one?
I don't think that's ever worked.
Okay, try it one more time. Aim for 1. Go, try it one more time. Aim for 1.
For the 4.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We just got to figure out the magic number.
Yeah.
As you come into the back, you're going to see Caitlin. The jacket has little pock marks where the acidic attack had landed, kind of burning away at the leather. You're going to see that the camera is, the lens are cracked, and you're going to see that the back is opened. You're going to see that the camera is going to need a lot of TLC to get that camera back. Wait, there was never film in the back of the camera.
Yeah, I knew that. I've known that the whole time.
Oh,
Well, not
yeah.
the whole time, but since last episode.
Correct.
Yeah. And
and
I've,
so, yeah.
I've kept that secret the whole time as well. Nobody else. Not even Bug, sorry.
Correct. And so at this point, you're kind of looking at that camera, and again, it's just in a disheveled state. You don't really know if this is going to continue working. You don't know how Clint will react to it.
I think I have a pretty good idea of how Clint will react, but having it is tantamount to leaving it behind. It doesn't matter if it's broken. And I think Caitlin understands that better than anybody else. And she will fold the jacket and put the camera in one of her garbage bags, not garbage bags, one of the grocery bags that she keeps for occasions just such as this, and make sure everybody's personal items and backpacks get packed up and prepare to get on the pickup trucks, and give Bug and Charlotte a really big hug, and just in your ear, Bug, real quick, just give you a kiss on the cheek. Thank you for remembering what I said. All right. Let's go get warm, huh? Yeah. All right.
At this point, you all load up onto the back of the trucks. River, you're carried by these individuals, and you're brought onto the truck itself. River, and I do apologize. What does River look like? We never had a formal introduction. My apologies.
Banged up, eh?
This is
What should look like under the blood?
yeah. There's a lot.
Just wipe away the blood. Just wipe away the blood.
Who is
Yeah.
this?
looks like 5'8", kind of like a auburn bob that's kind of messily tied up, probably, from running and all, who knows what the intention was. But she's wearing a fur trimmed jacket with a insignia for Camp Thornwood. I found it in my notes. And some scars here and there, but just a non-remarkable work.
You're going to be attended to by the medics, and so it's going to take you some time for you to kind of get out of this state of unconsciousness. But you're going to feel much, much better as you do. But I would like to kind of ask one question. What is River thinking about right now? Like, her mind is blank. She's unconscious. What is a thought? Is she having like a thought of something good, a memory that she might have had? Or is it more of, again, the recent events that have been occurring in her life that's just kind of, again, haunting her?
I think she is thinking of the day before everything went to shit. And it was just a normal day out in nature. And it seemed like the perfect place.
Excellent. As you all begin to mount into the trucks, being carried and helped by these individuals, you're going to see that Jessie goes and sits into the driver's seat. She opens up the back window of the truck to kind of talk to you guys. By the way, she throws, you guys have blankets now to cover yourselves up and everything else in between. And she goes, "We're going to be there in a little while. Just please last a little bit longer." And with that, you're going to hear the static of like a ham radio going off. And in the next instance, you're going to hear a voice kind of come through. And the voice is just like, "Report what happened out there." It's a strong female's voice. And you're going to see that Jessie grabs the receiver. She clicks on it and she says, "Nothing, Harriet. We just found some stragglers. We're heading in." And at this point, the static goes ahead, kind of fills in the air once more. And you're going to hear the voice known as Harriet call up back and say, "Good. Make sure you bring them safe. Over." At this point, you'll see that Jessie kind of hangs it up and just begins to drive the truck in through the snow. At this point, it's starting to get darker. The headlights of the truck turn on. Snow's falling around you. It's going to be a little bit bitter and cold, but you're heading somewhere, hopefully safer. And the last thing that you are going to do is probably take a look at the aluminum falcon. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Fuck yeah!
Favorite NPC.
What will we do?
R.I.P. AF.
Without her?
R.I.P. AF.
I just fixed it.
I was just
I
about to say
know.
that. Just about to say.
Whatever.
You know what?
distribution
Yeah,
gets
damn
needs
censors.
a trailer hitch. Needs
You
a
know what?
trailer hitch so we can get the Falcon with us still.
You're absolutely right, Bug. Get yourself another heroism point. Actually, everybody gets themselves a heroism point.
Okay, listeners, on that note, we will be back next week for another session of The Last Caravan. I know that we kind of missed a couple episodes of Castles in the Air, but we're getting that back on track. Pay attention to our socials. I'll be announcing when our next episode is soon. That'll be on Sundays. We just released an episode today late in which Serena was a guest on, where we talk about burnout at the table, a very, very important topic. So lots of stuff going on. Hop on our Discord. You'll find links across our socials. We have added verifications, so we're getting a lot less spam now, which is great. And other than that, we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go.